Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and we are back for Season 6 in UFRL and kickstarting your event in Tier 1. It will be at the Austrian Grand Prix. Short qualifying, followed by a sprint race, followed by the 50% main event. Let's get into things here at Austria. We'll kickstart by going through the teams for this season in Tier 1. What a season this could turn out to be though. Full grid tonight as well, all 20 drivers on show. Only one driver who is full-time failing to attend, but that is it. Everybody else is in, plus one reserve, and only one reserve. But let's have a look through the drivers list then for Tier 1. And in the Red Bull, we have got a very strong partnership of Lynx and ARC Mickey. ARC Mickey, of course, is a Tier 1 champion from Season 4 and also won a Tier 2 championship in Season 3, so he is back trying to fight for the title, and Link's Piece as well, both of which are very, very competitive and strong when it comes down to their race pace. In the Ferrari, we have a new driver. Actually, we have two new drivers in the Ferrari. It will be Connor, Daniel and Math. Connor Daniel, also known as F1 Connor, will just go on. There you go. So he is there in P14 at this moment in time. We'll get everything set up as we normally do. We'll get it tied up just in case anybody does go for medium, but I highly doubt it. In the Mercedes, we have got your Tier 2 title contenders from last season. Kennedy and yours sincerely back at it. Probably unlikely to contest for the Tier 1 championship this time around. But who knows, if they're consistent and up player in the majority of races, anything can happen. In the Aston Martin, your reigning champion, and it will be Mr. Poem. And he, as Hazer, is also back, but we'll go through that in a second. But Mr. Poem, out on track, he is driving tonight alongside Parkour, as there is no possibility for Steve Lane to race, unfortunately for him. In the McLaren, it will be the partnership of Wizard Rex and Pesci. Of course, Pesci, runner-up last season in Tier 1. He will be one to watch. And Wizard Rex, very consistent as well. A lot of top 5 and top 6 finishes along the way, having been promoted from Tier 2 last season. In the Alpine, it will be Tajani and Coffee, the two Dutchmen, come together, flying out here in Austria. Tajani certainly will be one who will want to contest for that championship, and will certainly be keeping a keen eye on the progress of Coffee. Of course, he was in Tier 3 only a few seasons ago in Season 3. And now in the Williams, we have Merck and the Frenchman Thabo. So Thabo having his official UFRL debut race in Tier 1, and Merck back, having almost picked up a podium last season in a couple of late events. Of course, he also won the 100% tier title. In the Alfa Romeo, as Hayes are just starting his lap now, but in the Alfa Romeo it will be Usamach and Destroyer Drac again. Usamach, very quick driver, got plenty of podiums throughout the course of Season 5, and Destroyer Drac will often be up there in and around the top 10, that's for sure, and was contesting for victories at times through the international tier as well. In the Haas, Judge, Santi and Medium, both pals as well. The Belgian and the Frenchman coming through, and we'll hope to make some progress here for their first official races in Tier 1 as well. But we have seen, I believe, certainly we've seen Medium before in a 100% tier race. So let's see how they get on tonight, as Hazer has invalidated his first run, starting just ahead of his teammate, Rusted Bolt. Speaking of which, they're together tonight. So Hazer back in UFRL, and he is driving alongside Rusted Bolt, both of which could be seen as potential title contenders for Tier 1 this season. Let's have a look, see what's going on in the chat then. So, good evening to Mr. Zoom. This will be a fun race, I'm pretty sure about that. Bolt just about to start his lap. We'll drop it down towards the McLaren of Wizard Rex, so again, just about to start a lap. Who is currently the first driver? Is it Coffee? Normally one of those to be first out, and indeed he is this time, so we'll go with the Flying Dutchman as Coffee will enter in the progress out of turn 10, keeping within track limit, and across the line the Alpine 104.952 to Johnny 108.2. Obviously not a quick lap from him. The Alpines going together as Mav goes quicker, 104.8, and he's a 10th up on Coffee, as again Mickey with a slow lap to kickstart the event. And now Usamach has invalidated his run, but is using his DRS now, so ERS rather, on this occasion. Let's drop it down again towards Pesci, flying out. Will he go flying out with a pole? Yes, he will. 104.1, absolutely rapid from Pesci, and the McLaren is 7/10 up on Mav as things stand. Superb time and delivered with perfection. And can we see any anticipation here from Hazer in the AlphaTauri? He'll be one to watch for pole. Where will he go? He will go second fastest, but he's still half a second off the pace as his teammate Russ's Bolt comes through and goes fifth fastest. So let's continue to fly around with Wizard Rex, and he's up into the top 5 himself, a 105.1, and the Mercedes of Kennedy just starting his lap as well. I will continue to have a little drop down. F1 Connor, I think, did he get kicked from the lobby? I think we'll try and send him an invite in a second. There's still quite a few drivers going around. Tajani goes into the top 3 himself. Mav's still up there, but on a slow lap at this moment in time. And there was a quicker time there. ARC Mickey going up into P7. Destroyer Jack second time going P9. Not many drivers out on a lap, in fact, at the moment. Just Kennedy, I believe. So that's, with that in mind, I can just send Connor a little invitation for this one, if it lets me do that. Right, F1 Connor. There you go. That's why it's always good to have the person on comms as one of your friends, that's for sure. Good evening to each of Hybrid, who is supporting Team Aston Martin. Speedy Bullet. Indeed, it will be a good race, I'm very sure of that one. And also good evening to my teammate and my team principal, Pro Beast. Good luck all, make it a good race. Coffee, good luck on first official race in Tier 1. Kennedy goes 6th fastest, just edging out Wizard Rex in the McLaren. No surprise that Kennedy and Wizard are around each other, because they would have seen each other a couple of times in Tier 2 last season. But they are certainly ready and prepped up for the push and the drive into Tier 1. Let's continue to have a watch then of the Red Bull. I think, is Mickey still out there? Well, he was, but into the pit lane he goes, as Kennedy just going off track, allowing the Mercedes teammate of yours sincerely through. Interesting, the two Mercedes potentially working together. Who'd have thought that, Kennedy and yours sincerely working together? But that is seemingly what has happened on that occasion. That in mind, I think we'll only stick with yours sincerely, unless, is that Bolt? Is Bolt on a lap, or Hazer even? Bolt is on a lap and go quicker by 7.5 tenths. We'll go with Bolt, then we'll go with yours sincerely, and we'll see on the run, down into turns 9, and critical corners now. Don't get track limits out of turn 10. Keeps it well in mark, and here comes Bolt across the line, and he goes into 3rd place within 1,000th of a second of his teammate Hazer, and yours sincerely runs and remains P17. There must have been, is that a late, did he invalidate his lap potentially? But either way, look at the two AlphaTauris flying out of the blocks here in P2 and P3. And in fact, Hazer has now improved, and he's gone within 1.5 tenths of Pesci in 2nd place. Remarkable improvement there from Hazer. Again, he will be a title contender. Kennedy pushing once more on a lap, and Judge Santi goes into the top 8 with a 105.009. Strong time from him. And these times will continue to improve, and they'll go thick and fast here, as Tabo is now pushing on a lap himself. What about, let's check again with yours sincerely, and there's a Ferrari of Connor just coming round, but we'll go back towards yours sincerely. I know there's an Alpine, I think maybe Coffee hopefully, or Dajani even, either of which they are not on hot laps, but one man who is yours sincerely, but he's going into the pit lane, so he's not pushing on this occasion. We'll go back down. I was going to go towards Tabo. He's got a lot of traffic in front of him, which is one thing you can certainly have here at Austria. The short nature, just 10 corners in total. Very easy to be picked up in some traffic. So let's check in again with Kennedy and see if he will improve on P9. I'm sure he will. Or he does. Yep, he goes into the top 6. Good effort there from the Mercedes driver. So F1 Connor on a lap. Tabo is pushing around, just going around the corner. 13th place for him. So 1:10.8. Obviously not a competitive time. And the Alpine starting laps as well. That'll be with Tajani there. And we'll see if F1 Connor is about. I was going to say where F1 Connor was going to go. He goes into P2. So 104.2 splits Pesci and Hazer. And will that be a potential top 3? Going into the sprint, we shall find out. Tajani is now slowing it down, of course. Currently P5. Links up there in 6th place. Good effort from the Red Bull to be up there, but he's pushing on another hot lap. On this occasion, Kennedy up into 7th as well. Strong effort. Mav in 8th place in the Ferrari, and he's just got a little bit of a tow from the Aston Martin as well. And we'll drop it down towards the Alfa Romeo. Nope, we won't, because they are both in the pit lane. So we'll see who is currently on a lap. What about the Aston Martins? You've got Parkour and Mr. Poem, but they are both running slowly, both going out around the same time, giving each other a tow again, I will presume. Good evening. Okay, do I have to make a guess who I think that is? Maybe it must be Mrs. P, right? But she's on the UFRL account, so it was very difficult, not too easy to tell, but I'm guessing. I can only tell by the way it's written out. I'm going to guess it's Mrs. P. Right. Let's see how the McLarens will fare. Will Pesci go quicker? No is the answer to that one. He will stay P1. Wizard will continue in P12. Merc showing up as purple through Sector 1, but of course not using his battery, so I do not believe that is true at all. And Parkour will be giving Mr. P a tow down through on the exit of Turn 1, potentially all the way through, maybe even into Turn 4. So we shall see how this will work, or at least on the run through into Turn 2 and 3, I imagine. So Mr. P will be starting his lap. We will keep an eye on that, but I want to get to drivers who are getting round to finish laps, and that may include Merc. But I think he's just starting a lap very, very sketchy out of Turn 10. Of course, it's Halloween. It had to be a bit sketchy, didn't it? But he'll be kickstarting his lap as well. But we're going to have a little look towards the McLaren of Wizard Rex, improving on what could be P into the top 10 perhaps. See if he can keep his lap together, skidding out and skiving away. And he will improve to go into P11, narrowly missing out to the Mercedes of Kennedy. And we've got 7 minutes of qualifying to go here, as Tabo in the pit lane. Coffee up into 4th place. What a time from the Alpine, by the way. We missed that, but a 104.485. Coffee flying into the top 4. Unbelievable achievement there from the Alpine. Let's see, as Mr. Poem has invalidated his run, Parkour now will push on, and Parkour is indeed pushing on, and will go 12th place, 104.9. So only a few drivers outside of the 105. Tabo, by the way, setting a strong time as well, 104.6. Up into the top 8, which is interesting. More intriguing, it's Medium, 103.784. He's up 4 tenths clear of Pesci, and he is on provisional pole. Can anyone beat that? What about yours sincerely, and what about his Mercedes teammate Kennedy, again pushing for one more run with just over 6 minutes of qualifying remaining? Feeling nervous for our first Tier 1 race. Yeah, Pro Beast, we will be all fine. Hopefully it will, in fact, definitely. Let's have a little watch down. Is that F1 Connor, I believe, is currently on a lap? I think it will. So he will just be starting his hot lap now. You've got the Red Bulls coming round, and you've got the AlphaTauri as well. So let's see, as Merc running slowly, so we won't have to watch anything there. Kennedy pushing, of course, as we knew already, down to P12. So maybe would expect Kennedy just to be up a few more places than that. But then again, a very competitive field. You can easily hover in and around that top 10 very easily, unless you're top front runner, such as Medium, Pesci, Connor, and you'd expect Hazer to be up there most of the time as well. Apart from that, you can get anyone really. They're all very competitive, very mix and match here, as ARC Mickey pushing again, but he's only down on P14, so actually not the quickest time from the Red Bull. Well, yours sincerely, currently in P17, 105.2, and he's got a lot of time to improve on, as Black Panther is saying, go Ferrari, with his boys currently P3 and P11 for Pesci and Mav. And yours sincerely is currently, let's see what, as Connor again, we unfortunately did miss his lap time, but he goes into P2, 104.069 for Connor, and he splits medium and Pesci, but again, just a little bit behind his rival in the form of medium. Let's see, Rusted Bolt, I believe, is one to be starting. Oh, nope, he's invalidated. That may have been out of turn 10, in fact, for Rusted Bolt. So he's into P9 now because there is an improvement from Usamach. Another quick driver up into the top 5. He's 1,000th of a second behind Hazer as things stand. And there's also a time set. Tajani goes into the top 10. It's a 104.676. And it drops those down like Yours Sincerely, Destroyer Drac. Mr. Poem yet to set a formal lap time. 4 minutes remaining here in qualifying. Fresh season vibes. Yes, indeed it is. Good evening to Pucci. I know you'll be watching Yours Sincerely, but also keeping an eye on several other drivers. Fingers crossed. Anyways, let's see Mr. Poem not using his battery though, so we will just escape away from the Aston Martin and have a little look towards Rusted Bolt. But again, the invalidation means it will cost him a little bit. Tajani obviously set a time, so we're at a moment where nobody is actually on a hot lap, which is fairly nice, so we can have a little comfortable moment or two. Not too long though, because somebody will start a lap very soon, and that may potentially be, could it be the McLaren? Let's see where Wizard is at the moment. I think Wizard will be the first one. So let's go on board with the McLaren. But yeah, we have just over 3 minutes of qualifying remaining, and it will be a sprint after this, followed by the 50% race. The sprint will be 12 laps in total, and that is why qualifying will be so important. We do the official Formula 1 point system for the sprint race, so the top 8 all receive points from the sprint, with 8 points for the winner, down to 1 point for the man who takes, or the lady who takes P8, of course. But let's see, as Wizard Rex still trying to push on into Sector 2, and we'll go directly on board with the McLaren car here. Of course, nice orange and black through into an exiting out 6, into 7 he goes, sliding round a little bit, and sliding round a lot is Wizard Rex, and he will lose his wing, and that will be qualifying over for the McLaren. Wizard will not improve on P14. His qualifying is effectively over, and he definitely needs to get out of there very quickly, or he could be disqualified. Be quick, Wizard, be quick. You've got to go, he's got to go, he's got to go. Someone going to tell him. He's got to go. He's staying. Oh, he's reset to track as well. He should have just gone then. He should have gone before, unless he was beached. There could be a chance he was beached. But yeah, unfortunate for him, but it won't be anything higher than P14, sadly. If he was beached, then fair enough, actually. Because obviously that is a league rule, by the way. If your car is beached, as long as you've got proof of it, like you are trying to get out, then you are allowed to reset the track at a safe point, which he did, to be fair to him. It's not like he tried to do it right in front of the Aston Martin, so technically he did do the right thing. But obviously you want to make sure your car does not get disqualified as well. Let's drop towards the Haas drivers, and medium is in the pit, so no improvement for your pace setter medium. The Haas, the man to beat. What about Tajani? He's coming into Sector 2. I think a lot of drivers will be running slowly initially. Coffee stays P8, so no improvement for him. There was an improvement for a Mercedes, and Yours Sincerely goes P14 behind Kennedy, who is currently P13, both using all of their batteries. So interesting, they are separated by 7,000ths of a second, the two tier 2 contenders of last season. What about the Aston Martin Parkour pushing on P17 at the moment, and Mr. Poem only P19 and driving slowly. So a 105.551, and currently Mr. Poem is not pushing on, but he's got enough time, I believe, to go round again. Destroyer Drac likewise will be pushing on this final run. 30 seconds of qualifying remaining. F1 Connor, will he be improving in Sector 2? We'll have to go on board with other drivers and just check on the progress. Usamach pushing on now. You've got Rusted Bolt, who was improving but only slightly. Will go back towards the Ferrari of F1 Connor. This one will be a man to beat. He could potentially take pole if he's going quick enough, and he's improving by almost 0.2 of a second. Will it be enough for the Ferrari into turns 9 and 10? Crucial, do not exceed track limits here. You want to stay on the curb as much as you can. He doesn't go over the white lines. Will Connor be on pole? Will it be Ferrari? It will not be Ferrari. Medium is ahead of Connor. Connor stays P2. Pesci pushing, but not improving through Sector 1. What about the progress of Hazer? Also, we'll see what the AlphaTauri can do. Usamaj behind, and he's pushing on as well, but he's not going quickly enough, it seems, at the moment. We'll stick with the Alfa Romeo. Will Usamaj be able to take anything away from the top 4? Here we go in the Alfa Romeo, but he exceeds track limits. There will be no improvement from Usamaj, and he will stay in P5, which means we'll drop it down towards Hazer, who is currently occupying P4, but he also runs wide, does not invalidate. Will he improve? He goes third fastest. What about Pesci? And Pesci stays fourth fastest. No improvement from him. And I think that is qualifying over, ladies and gentlemen. And it will be medium on pole position here. Medium, Connor, Hazer and Pesci. You're 4 to beat here. And they are absolutely rampant. And this Tier 1 could get very spicy indeed for Season 6. But yeah, qualifying is complete. And that will be your full grid order leading up to the sprint race itself. Yeah, such close margins indeed. Majority of the drivers in the 104s, obviously got a few at the top in the 103s. And then further down, of course, you've only got, I think 2 drivers didn't quite get in the 104s. I say didn't quite, okay, they were a bit of a way off, but Mr. Poem and Drac, 105.5, 106.2. Again, they're not really competitive times, but it does mean that they stay out the way of everybody into turns 1 and into turn 3 as well. So hopefully they won't be caught up in anything starting at the back. Whereas Lowe's in the midfield may be a bit thinking, oh, this could be interesting. You've got the 2 Alpines, 2 Williams and the 2 Mercedes all lining up together, which is very interesting. Tajani, Coffey, Merck, Tabo, Kennedy and yours sincerely will all be occupying P9 down into P14. Don't very often see that, unless you're watching real Formula 1. But there you go. But anyways, that is the short qualifying completed. Of course, by the way, I will just ensure people do know it will be full qualifying in Tier 1, providing we have the numbers, which obviously at the moment we certainly do have the numbers. So like next week you should expect it to be full qualifying, but tonight in the sprint it looks like full wets. That is surely full wets because it is hammering it down here. That cannot be intermediates. Surely not. I was not prepared for this. The weather is, of course, on dynamic for this event. But it is pouring down with rain here. So, maybe the likes of Mr. Poem, Destroyer Drac, have they gone for wet setups here in the hope of delivering in the sprint? Now this makes things interesting. And does that point the way of why they were off the pace? That is very much a potential opportunity. Pain, says Pucci. Well, yes, depending on if you like the rain or not. If you like the rain, maybe it's a gain rather than pain. But if you're not keen, of course, yes, then it will be pain. Let's have a look. I just want to check if people are on... Oh, it's intermediates. Okay. I'm not going to lie with how badly it's raining. It is heavy. A little bit surprised it's only intermediates. We'll see how it goes. But it's intermediates according to what everybody is on. But it's raining hard. Oh, hallelujah. Right. Yeah, but we'll have a few minutes anyways. And I'll say when to ready up. It will be about 20... We'll say 27 when to ready up. And hopefully everybody will abide by that as well. Oh wait, no, it's 26. Oh, I lied. I didn't even realise it's been 2 minutes even since then. It feels like it's not been that long. Wow, let's get into this one though. A sprint race here at Austria. This will be entertaining, that is for sure. We've got... There you go, it's now hit 26. That means drivers are free to ready up. Can you make sure to give me the full results for the sprint and race results at the end of the race, please? Of course I shall. Yes, indeed I will. If I remember, please let me know. Please remind me after the sprint. I may forget by that point because there will be so much racing going on. So please remind me. I did screenshot the quali results just in case we needed it, but now we don't really need it. Then again, I'm pretty sure you get pole position point, which will go to medium. But here we go. It's 3 lights. It's 4 lights. It's 5 lights. All on inters. And it's lights out. And away we do not go. And we are off now and up and running. And directly on board a medium because he is quick out of the blocks. Beside us come the McLaren and the AlphaTauri. Contact made. I think it's a Red Bull dropping back. And there was Your Sincerely is out of the sprint. Parkour with a penalty. Drac with a penalty as well. Penalties are rocking round. Here it is certainly arriving into Halloween time. And the safety car is out. But there will be no points on offer, unfortunately, for Yours Sincerely. Merc is dropping down, Link's dropping down, Bolt dropping down as well. And as you can see from the position changes, it's been solid starts for the likes of Tabo, Mickey. I would say for Parkour, but obviously Parkour also has a penalty and also has no front wing to boot. And there will be a change of front wing for Parkour, for sure. Drivers obviously deciding not to be safe into turn one. Maybe the rain is really going to catch everyone out though. Oh, what's going on there? Coffee. The two, are they both without front wings? Hang on, Alpine, I need to check on this. Oh my god, neither Alpine have a front wing. So you want to be the lead Alpine car because neither of them have front wings and other drivers do not have wings as well. Mr. P now, by the way, will be up into the top 10, having started P19, and he does have a wing intact. And it's a full wing intact, and maybe he was prepared for this. Who was that? That's a good question. Because there were quite a few cars. It started a little bit from the front, I believe. Maybe a Red Bull. There was a Red Bull and AlphaTauri. Cars were trying to go side by side, but then there was contact from behind. So it's tricky to really say. Viva the DNF! Oh yes, of course, for Yours Sincerely. But at least it means for the race itself, he'll kind of stay out of trouble most likely into turn one. Anything can happen to turn one, especially in the rain here at Austria. It is very tricky. Hybrid giving his support to the man in P9 now, that is Mr. Poem. He has made up 10 spots on the start. We are under safety car. This has been the perfect start for the Aston Martin driver, but not really the perfect start for the other Aston Martin driver, of which we can't. There you go, Parkour. We were looking for where Parkour was. To be fair, P14 and serving the 5-second penalty as well, may I add, is not that bad, to be fair. Well, I want to, Cuckoo, who, do you even know what happened? Because I have absolute, there was a lot of stuff going on at the front. And obviously boiled down to whatever was going on at the back. That was something. Yes, it was something. It's a bit of a shame though when we're doing streams that we can't just do a rewind and just decide, yep, we want to see exactly what happened. Because like, I'd rather be watching a rewind of what happened rather than us just driving around under a safety car for a couple of laps. Car broke too late in turn one. That's not really a surprise, is it? Yeah, it's not a major surprise, but I will be keen to know. Then again, I guess I could check the race director to see what it says. It says a lot. we've almost got a full page of incidents here. Wow, and there's only been one lap, lads. Crikey. So we got Merc exceeded track limit. So that would have been probably him just running wide to avoid it. Bolt collision with Mav. So maybe watch out for that. Tajani with Lynx. Kennedy severe collision with Merc. Severe. Ooh. Merc collision with Bolt. Parkour severe collision with Wizard. Drac severe collision with Judge Santi. Crikey. Everybody loving a severe collision tonight, eh? Meanwhile, as we're through this though, the top 5 stayed exactly the same. How they've done that, I do not know. But Medium, Connor, Hazer, Pesci, Usamatch have not made up any places. But it was the cars behind them who have traded positions vastly on lap 1. Into turn 1, of course. But Tabo, Mickey, Poem and Santi as well, the big gainers. Out of that, of course, we'll be having a look at these incidents, because I'm sure we'll get a few into turn 1. Safety car in this lap lane, so be prepared. As Merc has spin, it seems, as we're going to go racing. Merc needs to catch up, but we're going to go racing for lap 4. And we'll go directly on board on medium, just see when he decides to go. Safety car is in the pit lane, he can go whenever he wants, and he goes now. So we are out of turn 10 and pushing away. Any cars potentially you could go for a move. Well, we could see Usamatch, who is looking to close in momentarily on Pesci. Yellow flags. I think Merc is in the pit lane. And a P19 at the moment. Just trying to stick with all of these drivers. Tabo right behind Usamatch as Merc retiring from the sprint. And here could be a chance potentially for Tabo. As a move has been made, in fact. Connor and Hazer come side by side into turn 3 on the exit, which could allow for Pesci to push on as well. But they're still going at it. Hazer just ahead of Connor, making the move stick, and Hazer up into second place. And next up for him will be your leader, and it will be medium. He did fall a second. He's got the yellow fuel mark showing, so he's obviously going to have to save fuel a little bit, which obviously you can do. Certainly you can do that under safety cars, but also in the rain itself, so it should not be too bad for him. There was also a purple middle sector for Hazer, but he's going to have to defend here from Connor. Medium is running away with it though. He looks quick here in P1, but the likes of Hazer, Connor and Pesci all pushing in behind. Hazer staying second place, medium fastest lap of 1:12.7. You don't get a fastest lap bonus point here. We're going to drop it further back because I'm seeing a potential chance for Poem as he's closing the gap towards ARC Mickey, the two most recent Tier 1 champions. ARC Mickey of Season 4, Mr. Poem of Season 5, maybe pushing for a battle here in Season 6. And a move down the inside, it looked like, but I'm not sure. Oh, something's happened. ARC Mickey going slowly. Mav was certainly running slowly as well. But ARC Mickey now will be under pressure here because Poem and Link's Peace going for the move in the Red Bull. But a late breaker from Poem keeps Lynx at bay, and Poem makes the move on ARC Mickey, who allows for Lynx to go through as well. Or will he? Side by side come the Red Bulls, and will there be a collision? No, there won't. Lynx is ahead. Parkour now is battling with ARC Mickey. Struggling that is your Season 4 champion. But Parkour just not quite able to make the move just yet. Judge Santi and Coffee also in behind. And multiple drivers here will battle for position. I know something could still go on between Hazer, Connor, Pesci, Usamatch as well. But Squirmy is the Red Bull and the Aston. So Link's Peace and Mickey just staying clear of Parkour as things stand. But Poem, what a sprint he's had. Up to P8 now. And he's gone up 11 positions already. And we're only on lap 6 plus one safety car. What an achievement from your reigning champion. But here comes another chance for Parkour, using the slipstream, using the battery, and will come through side by side into turn 3 between Parkour and ARC Mickey, and there will be contact. Little bit of contact, but Mickey stays ahead. Mickey, I think, lets Parkour through, in fact. Mickey letting everyone through. Running very, very slowly now, ARC Mickey, so I'm not sure what is happening with the Red Bull driver. But ARC Mickey has dropped to P18 and last. Very interesting what's gone on there. Maybe he's had damages from earlier in the race. Potential, could it be maybe side pods? Anything like that, rear wing damage possibly. Could make sense as to why he was struggling. But here we go again. Another chance for Poem, who's really flying. And he's now charging through, trying to take P7 away from Mav. And can the Ferrari defend this chance here? Oh, as the Aston Martin slips out, and that could give a chance for Link's Peace. Using his battery all the way, and on the run down into turn 1, I don't think he's going to go for the move. And in fact, he'd just stay in behind on Mr. Poem. So will Poem trying to use his battery to attack or defend? He will use it to mainly defend here against Lynx. And still Hazer keeping Connor at bay. But here we continue to go with Link's Peace now. He's trying to keep pace with Poem, who again is charging through the field. He was likely to make a move on Math, but since then he has dropped back as Wizard makes the overtake on Tajani, is up into P14. But we'll just stick with this because Link's Peace is going to make a move down into the Poem, and they are coming through on the XS again. Link's Peace just struggling. A massive slide from the Red Bull driver, and Link's Peace It's turn 6 and 7 just holding in, but it's down in P9 at the moment. Poem, though, will try and close that gap. We're going to go back up the field towards Connor. As starting on lap 8 now, it will be Hazer and Connor challenging with Pesci behind them. And this will be a frantic sprint to the end now. Got 4 laps at it. Who will take the win? It looks like medium, but who will be on the podium? Well, we got Hazer, Connor and Pesci, potentially Usamach as well. But Usamach in the Alfa Romeo has since dropped off. A 3-way battle over second place here emerging between Hazer, Connor and Pesci. And who will come through into second place with the remaining 4 laps on show. We'll try and keep watch as well of Poem chasing down Mav. The Ferrari not quite showcasing the pace he wants to have here, but he's trying to keep Poem at bay, which isn't the easiest of jobs with the reigning champion all over him. Coffee as well closing in on Santi, and that's a battle for P11. But here we go once more, and fine-tuning things, just making sure you don't want to slide out of corners. You will lose a lot of time, several tenths of a second just from one slide, but as you've seen already from multiple drivers. But here we go once more on the run down into turns 9 and 10. How much closer is Connor? He's close, but he's just not close enough. He does wish, of course, you would love to have DRS. And again, on the exit of turn 10, did look very neat from the Ferrari. Hazer lacking in his battery, which could mean Connor with much more battery. Pesci, more battery. Usamach, half battery. There's a chance here for Connor, you know. If he uses his battery wisely, he could easily come home with second place. And he is clearly closing that gap towards Hazer right away. And now on the exit of 3, they will be running down into turn 4. And is there a chance again for the Ferrari driver? Let's keep watch of this one and just see. I don't think he's going to be able to make the overtake just yet. You want to keep that pressure on, which he clearly is. A few laps here of the sprint remaining, and these drivers are just slowly beginning to catch up towards medium now. So maybe they don't fight each other too much. There could be a chance Hazer or Connor could come home with a win. It looked unlikely just 2 laps ago, but they have been catching medium since then. We'll go back at it with Connor. Could not get any closer to the rear of Hazer, even if he wanted to. And striving out of turn 10, on the run through to turn 1. Not using his battery, but does look quicker on the straight, is Connor. And he will follow through with Hazer into turn 1. And now on the bend into turns 2 and 3. Is Connor using his battery? Yes, he is. Will Hazer use it to defend? No, he won't. Because here comes the Ferrari, charging through his Connor, down the inside to turn 3, and they will be side by side. Connor goes for the move, he will take the place, but Hazer will fight it back, continuing side by side. On the run down into turn 4, it's AlphaTauri v Ferrari. Who will be clear? Who will be ahead? Into 4, it will be the Ferrari who's ahead, and Connor is ahead of Hazer. He slips out of turn 4 as well, for good measure. But Connor gets the place done, and Pesci can follow in as well, and he is now within 0.3 of a second himself. 3-way battle continues. Mickey overtakes Kennedy. In fact, they are having a bit of a dogfight down behind for P17. They are battling with Wizard Rex just in front, but we're going to stick with this. We are coming on to the penultimate lap here in the sprint. Who will come home in second? Who will take third? And there's a bit of a slip and slide from Pesci, and he will be out of the running on lap 11, but he can edge closer for the final lap if he keeps his battery intact, which he's not really doing. They're all struggling a bit more now. Even Connor isn't great with his battery. Oh, running wide is Hazer. Incredible out of turn 1. Through now into turns 2 and 3. And Hazer, he's half a second behind. I think Connor may have this wrapped up for P2. But a winner of the sprint does look like it will be the Haas of medium, which would send Haas top of the constructors, of course, by virtue of winning the sprint race. But we've got a lot of hard-fought racing to go this season. And now, who will come home in second place? Connor, Hazer, Pesci, fighting for it. Usamach still in there. He's hanging in there in P5. Big gap back to Tabo, Mav, Poem, Parkour, Links as well. And Judge Santi and Coffee are running in, trying to go for moves here. Santi, who has been overtaken by Coffee, by the way. But now Coffee in P11 does have a time penalty, but we're going to go back up the front because Medium will be about to start the final lap of the sprint. He has been dominant in this affair so far, and here he comes to start the final lap of the sprint race. And battles going on behind, by the way. I will go down and just have a little watch of what's going on here, because they are very close with Santi, Bolt, Tajani, Coffee and Jack as well in behind them. But here we go on the final lap. Will a move be made? Oh, what's happened? A slip from Coffee, it seems. Jack is ahead of Coffee now, and into P14. Coffee also has, I believe, a 5-second time penalty. He will drop to the back now behind Wizard, Mickey and Kennedy. But here's a chance for Tajani. Here's a chance for Bolt. He's using a slipstream, and he will make the move down the inside of Judge Santi and into P11. Is it for Bolt? Can he hang in there? He's got a Haas for company. The Alpine behind. Side by side they will come. An affair into turn 4. Who is ahead? It will be Bolt. But can Santi bounce back? No, he cannot. And the move has been made. Bolt up into P11. Of course, you want to be as high up as you can for the main event here. But Santi again is trying to fight this one back, but just unable to do so. And we're coming around the final few corners now, so we're going to have to go to your race leader here. The man, the myth, the legend, out of turn 10. Medium wins the sprint race here in Tier 1 at Austria. And he comes home with the win. Connor P2, Hazer P3, Pesci and Usamach take points in 4th and 5th. Usamach almost got Pesci as well, just 2.5 tenths behind. Tabo takes 6th place, an incredible 3 points for the Williams. Math takes P7, and Mr. Poem comes home in P8. So a 1 point gained for Mr. Poem in the sprint, having started in P19. Brilliant job from him. And that is your top 8, and they all take points going into the main event, which pretty much means there's less pressure on them. Hopefully it's not going to be pouring down the rain again. Mr. Poem taking a well-earned driver of the day for the sprint. Obviously, coming from P19 to P8, he very much deserves it. Right, let's have a look at the full sprint results. Get a screenshot of that, and get a screenshot of that. There you go. DNFs from Merck and Yorson C. They'll be starting at the back going into this, so we'll see how we go. But congratulations, your top 5 stayed in the same order. But there was battling going on, particularly between Connor and Hazer. So Connor done well to overtake Hazer. But can anyone charge towards Medium? The Frenchman looking rapid here at Austria. 5-minute break, don't forget, ladies and gentlemen. So we will take a few minutes as well. But let's see how the race unfolds here at the Austrian Grand Prix. I'll be back in a few minutes' time. And we are back here, and let's see how we get into turn 1. But we are live, UFRL action, 36 laps, the Austrian Grand Prix is here, Tier 1. It will be fruitful when this start. I mean, yeah, okay, this will have to be red flags. What a game! Okay, great start from Medium, ladies and gentlemen. He's only leading by 7 seconds. And he is absolutely looking rampant here. It's unbelievable. Look how quick he is. Off the line, he's miles ahead. It's a full course safety car though. He'll be gutted because he's 8 seconds ahead. He's leading by 8 seconds. He's got a safety car. I mean, that is awful. Medium will be devastated. Yeah, let's be real. That's going to be a safety car, isn't it? What even happened there? Oh my god. GG's, game. GG's. Right, I'll be, let's go from that. It will be very obvious that will be a red flag. What on earth has happened there? I have no idea. Safety car brought out. I don't know if it's because Medium left the session or not, but still. Right, let's make a new one then. Jesus. Oh yeah, please ensure that it's confirmed in the race day lounge and stuff. I'll be making another lobby. What on earth is going on there? Honestly. Right, so obviously now we've got to take into consideration that see, why was the steering is this the only thing? Where do we go now? Difficulty doesn't really matter. At least no one crashed. Well, yeah, technically not. Obviously if you're watching you can join off my lobby. So we don't need to do any of that. Now we'll be doing custom grid order. Just get confirmation please from those racing that it was meant to stay dry as well. If not, I will obviously change the weather. But it would be nice to get some confirmation on whatever's going on. Safety car standard. Well, if it comes out on the restart, I think we'll just have to go with it. The only issue is, though, obviously in that last one, is that Medium had a lead by about 8 seconds into turn 1. So obviously that's not really very fair, is it? Because you can't have an 8-second lead going into turn 1, can you now? Right. Let's get people sending out the invites. Let's go destroy a track. I'll do the EA ones first because they're the ones who cannot join directly off me, so it makes sense. Let's see, Medium. Turbo. Wizard, Tajani will be next. Now obviously we'll have a few minutes as well before, so everybody can get their setups on. I don't think we sent Merc one. Okay, let's go. But yeah, obviously give a few minutes so everybody can sort out their setups and stuff. Next up is Pesci. There's so many drivers to get through. I think he's in already, so let's go down. Links. No, don't want settings again. Yes, anybody be able to confirm what the weather is as well, please? If anybody knows. And then we'll sort out the grid order. Of course, I've got to get that up on my phone as well. Right, that's all the invites I can do on EA because that's everybody who's online. Right. Oh, thank God. So parkour sent us straight in the lounge. That is a lot easy. Wait, what? Oh, I know what that is. Okay. Bit of a shame he didn't get it from after quali, but okay. I've been told it's a full dry race. Right. Grid order, so it's medium, obviously on pole. We gotta wait till everybody gets in the lobby though, but we'll try and send out the invite to those on Xbox. Mickey's in, Hazer is in. Who else? Bolt. I don't think he's in, so we'll give him the invite. Mr. P. Coffee, I presume, is in, because he normally just get in pretty early. I actually don't think he's in. Okay, I lied. Coffee's not in. Of course, I'll tell a lie on that one. Parkour is not in. Are we mostly there? Got 16, 17. Right, we'll start making up the grid then. So P1, it will be medium, of course. P2 will be Hazer. Connor, sorry. P3 will be Hazer. P4, where's Pesci? Pesci, P4. P5 will be Usmatch, I believe, got P5. Right, that's the top 5. I know that. Tabo was P6. P7 was not... Wait, was it Tabo? Or was there someone in between? I think there's somebody... No, Mav. That's the one. That's the one I'm missing. P7, Mav. P8 was Mr. P, who's not currently in the lobby. So once he gets in here, we'll get P8. So effectively now we're going to P9. And P9 is... Parkour. Okay. Parkour, you better be in the... No, Parkour's not even in the lobby. Get in the lobby, Aston Martin drivers. What are you playing at? You'll be starting at the back at this rate if you're not in the lobby in 2 seconds. 1 and 2. Right, that's it. Aston Martin starting at the back. No, I'm joking, of course. Right, so that's P8. Yeah, P8, Mr. P, P9, Parkour, neither in the lobby. Oh, hang on. I lied. Mr. P's now in the lobby. And he will get P8. P9 is Parkour, not in the lobby. P10 links P, so he will get the next place. P11 is... Wait, was it? Yeah, P11 is Rusted Bolt. P12. P12 is Tajani. So obviously he gets P11. P13 is... Who is P13? It's Judge Santi. So he gets there. P14 will be Destroyer Drac. And it will be P15 will be ARC Mickey. P16 it will be Kennedy. That's correct. P17 will not be yours sincerely, I don't think. It will be P17. It will be Coffee. And then it will be Wizard. Then it will be yours sincerely. So that is all correct at the moment, but we've still got 2 more drivers. Speaking of which, Parkour just arrived. So let's get Parkour up to P9. And now we need 1 more driver. I'm pretty sure. I think, is it Merc? Merc starts at the back anyway, P20, right? Or is Merc P19? I think Merc's ahead of... And there you go, got the full 20. So now let's get the final driver in place, and it will be Merc. And then we can get the ball rolling again. There you go. That is qualifying positions completed. Again, hopefully the weather is all correct. I was told it was a full dry race. Anyways, I'm pretty sure that is correct. If anybody wants to double check it, feel free. I'll go back on the page. I'm pretty sure from what Parkour sent, that is correct. If anybody, okay, full dry, yeah, thank you. Merc saying definitely raining all the way through. Of course it's raining all the way through on your screen. You can see where they started on the screenshot. Yeah, no, that's what I was going with, but I was just trying to, obviously have to go along the lines as well, so somebody in P1 was starting down in like P15 or something, for example. Oh no, nobody read it up early. What it was there was a glitch on the start of the race. So, on lap 1, the race leader, which was medium, he got kicked from the lobby before the race started. and he had about an 8-second lead into turn 1 because his AI went very early. So at that time I was thinking, whoa, that's very early, lights out, crikey. Only to realise what had actually happened. It was a glitch, and then the safety car came straight out. I will just let everybody know if the safety car comes out again, straight away we'll just have to go with it, okay? So please don't blame me. If the safety car comes out, we will have to go with it on this second run. But fingers crossed, EA is kind to us and doesn't bring out the safety car. It's brilliant that all of these glitches are happening, and we've got esports coming up very, very soon. I mean, what was EA's fantastic plan? We've got esports showing up in like a few weeks or something, and yet they decide to do that. Right, that is all done. Yep, safe formation lap is indeed off, and we can tell the drivers to ready up. I will just double check if Merck is definitely in the lobby. Yeah, yes. Okay, 20 drivers are in. We can now tell the drivers they can indeed ready up now, please. And then we'll see how we get on for a lovely, calm, relaxing race here at Austria. I'm joking, it'll be all out carnage into turn 1, we'll get 20 DNFs. And then we'll go on to tier 2 tomorrow and there'll be another potential 20 DNFs. No, I'm joking, obviously. We want a friendly race. We want a brilliant race, let's be real here. But yeah, it was nothing on... Nobody read it up early, thankfully. At least. Unlike last week with the community events on Monday and Tuesday, I believe it was, when there were early readied up on, well, 4 occasions combined. But this one seems okay. Obviously, please allow for at least a few minutes. I'm guessing that Mrs. P did say exactly how long. 5 minutes normally. But yeah, so Medium and Merc, I believe, they can change their tyres because they didn't get a chance to change them because they weren't in the lobby. Everybody else, please ensure to stay on the same tyres except for Medium and Merc, who weren't in the lobby at the time. So they did not get a chance to change their tyres. So it's only Medium and Merc who may change their tyres. I don't know what exactly they started on. Then again, I can probably check on Parkour's picture what they started on. Let's see, it should say on there. So again, it's very difficult to sort of tell because they're all in different orders, but most drivers are on the medium compound tyre. Only a couple, in fact, going for either softs or hards. Okay, so it will be interesting in the race. The majority of drivers, just so you all know, will be on the medium tyre. Right. I've just been booted with Mr. P. They ain't liking the Aston Martins then, are they? Wait, you've both been booted? How is that even viable? Wait, there's no point joining on here. You can just join off me, though. I hope you got your setups on. That's crazy. Whatever's going on with EA, honestly. So are you both in the lobby now? Oh, can't you set up? Seriously? Wow, this is a joke. This is a worry now. Why is the game decided to stuff things up on the return for Season 6 as well? Not great, is it? EA, fix up your problems, it's so obvious. Instead of trying to bloody bring in new bloody cars and stuff, and trying to give helmet updates, fix the damn game. It's, you know, everybody would rather have minimal issues with the game than new bloody helmet designs and stuff like that. Nobody cares about that stuff. Just fix the game. Simple. Plain and simple. Was there an update today? Not as far as I'm aware. I don't think there was. But it's just EA being EA, innit? So, I mean, if we do another lobby, we obviously can't do any more restarts. So, what do we do? Do we do another one? I mean, only thing is, okay, if we were to do another one, can anybody screenshot this screen, please? Rather than getting me a list of the bloody last one that Parkour sent in, which, no disrespect, was a lot bloody harder to see. If somebody can screenshot this screen as it is, that would be so much easier to go by. Not doing another lobby, okay. Yeah, we'll be here all night. Yeah, so, unfortunately, for Parkour, and I'm not sure Mr. P as well, he might, I don't know if he's got any setups or not. I believe they'll be using their defaults. I'll just have to hope the defaults work. But obviously round one, we've got 25 in total. And technically Parkour was really only a reserve, is pretty much what she is. She's not a full-timer in this season. Yeah, someone was. There was a couple, I believe, starting on softs. So, check on the screenshots who it was. But if it was like medium or merc, don't worry about it, because that'll be the AI choosing for them. And they would be able to change tyres. Let's see. So soft tyres was for Merc and Mr. P. Okay, so Mr. P went soft, so he's got to go soft on this one then. And Hazer went soft. So all of those on softs except for Merc, so Mr. P and Hazer should be on softs. There you go, so Mr. P's on softs, Hazer should also go softs. Hazer currently P3. Don't know if Beast is watching. If you're still watching, tell Hazer to go softs. Because otherwise he'll be getting a penalty. Yeah, just everybody, if you're on, you have to be on the same tyres. Everybody. So, yeah, just try and get Hazer to start on those soft tyres. To be fair, I mean, I was hoping that he would be watching the race, but I don't think he is. So Hazer starting on soft. Who else should be starting on different tyres is the question. There you go, Hazer's now on soft. Anybody else? So it was Tabo hards. Tabo is on hards. Medium hards, which obviously medium can change tyre because he wasn't in the lobby at the time. Also hards for Destroyer Drac, who is on hards. Everybody else should be on mediums. So, okay, Merc can change tyre. Coffee should be on, I'm guessing, mediums. Where's Coffee's name? I do not see him. Yeah, Coffee should be on the medium compound tyre, please. So that's the Alpine, otherwise he'll be getting a penalty. Everybody else should be on the same tyre. I will be checking these at the end of the race. So don't think you won't be getting a penalty if you're on the wrong tyre. Again, only medium and Merc are permitted to change tyre because their AI were the ones who done it for them. And that's not particularly fair now, is it? Everybody else should not be on a different tyre. Except, then again, I think Parkour's AI has got her on the same tyre. And then again, Mr. Poem was allowed to change. So actually, Mr. Poem did not get booted from the lobby then. I think. But yeah, hopefully Coffee changed his tyre, otherwise he'll be getting a penalty after the race. So, I don't think he did. He's starting on hards. Right, it's 5 lights. And it's lights out and away we go. We get a good start on this occasion. And on the run down into turn 1 we go. It's Medium trying to keep the lead with Connor, and they're all going down pretty clean. Trying to keep together contact with the Aston and Tabo, I believe it was, as Hazer overtakes Connor on the run through into turn 3. Hazer back up into second place like he did in the sprint. He was trying to keep Connor behind, and now they're all going through, charging down as a Red Bull. And Red Bull Lynx making a dive down on Tabo and is up into the top 7. Very aggressive move there from the Red Bull driver. And again a run through, but Hazer is going to take the place of Medium. Hazer leads into turn 4. And here we go as Hazer making a run onto Medium and Connor with Usamach, Pesci and Mav, the top 6 running away with things here in your main event. As the Ferrari just trying to keep pace as well. Lynx dropping back, having made an overtake on Tabo, who was trying to keep Mr. Poem at bay. But here comes a chance for Poem, and the Aston Martin in the approach is down into 9 and 10. And there won't be a chance, surely, for Poem to make this overtake. But they're all going to be squabbling away here with Tabo, Poem, Bolt, Tajani, Santi, Drac, Kennedy, Mickey, Merck, Wizard, and now Mr. P makes the move, and he makes it stick on Tabo. Through goes the Aston and back up into the top 8, which is where Poem started. Pesci also makes a move on Usamach on the straight. Don't forget they'll be trying to carefully manage their battery. But Pesci up into 4th place, and Tabo and Bolt now go at it side by side, and Bolt up into 9th place. The AlphaTauris set in P1 and P9 right now. Don't forget Coffee will be getting a penalty for not starting on the correct tyre. So that will be a penalty incoming as Tabo trying to aggressively make a move on Tajani. He is struggling now as through goes Judge Santi as well. Santi in P11's Tabo, who started well up into, I believe, 6th place, is down to P12. And we've only done 1.5 laps here of the main event. The Williams are struggling with Merck also down the field in P19. We're going to rise back up toward Mav and see if he will take a place as Drac and Tabo now go at it. And I think should be as Kennedy, in fact, has got the overtake on Drac. So Drac makes a mistake trying to overtake Tabo, but Kennedy's got the move instead. And now Kennedy will trace down Tabo, and on the XE will get a greater exit out of turn 1. And now with DRS activated, they all have DRS, as does Tabo, just about staying within a second of the cars ahead. But Drac is now going to stay in behind because Kennedy goes down the inside of Tabo, and Kennedy is up into P12. We're going to go back up the field because through goes Pesci once more on Usamach, and Pesci is now up into P4, and he is going to try and keep track on those leads. Lynx pieces in the picture in P7 on the medium tyres, and Mr. P is the one who has unfortunately lost out on the top 7, who are all in a DRS train. But Mr. P is on soft tyres. He'll be hoping he can get back up there in the next couple of laps. Going back at it, we'll go actually rise up the field and check on Medium, who is directly behind Hazer. Medium on the hard tyres, and he's doing an expert job keeping those on softer mediums around him all at bay. And here comes another chance for Medium on the run down into turn 1, but unable to take the place. We'll just make sure we've got everything set up here. Everyone cooking, all 20 drivers. Indeed, thankfully, no collisions really into turns 1 or anything like that, like we did in the sprint, of course. And that is what we want to see here. And UFRL was very close, comes the Ferrari of Connor, and there is a move being made as Usamach and Pesci come side by side, and now running down into turn 4. Has Pesci or Usamach got a place? Parkour time penalty for the Aston Martin, and now the Alfa Romeo will try and aggressively make the move. Usamach and Pesci, and Usamach gets a place. Usamach into the top 4 now, and will charge down on the Ferrari of Connor. There you go, great battling between Usamach and Pesci, 2 potential title challengers this season. And this group of 7 drivers are all extremely quick. Bolt and Mr. Poem, they're going to have to try and keep pace with each other. Tajani and Santi as well. I think they'll need to work together because they are the current second group, the chasing group, if you wish to call it that. And they will try and get themselves within a second of the top 7 if they can. It's all about those DRS trains here at Austria. And now at it again will be Hazer and Medium. How long will those soft tyres work in the form of Hazer? Well, Medium's got the move done now, and that's on the run down into turn 3. So let's see if Hazer's going to get close enough to try and re-overtake. They'll try and manage that battery, of course. you don't want to use it too much unless you're losing out on DRS or going to be overtaken, in fact, as maybe another chance for Pesci. He is closing but not closing enough and hangs in there on the cusp of Usamatch. 2 seconds the gap between the lead group and the chase group at the moment, and then you've got 3 seconds between the first chase group and the second chase group, and that is P11 Santi down to P12 Kennedy as things stand. So a few gaps being formed as Bolt just staying ahead of Poem as well. Tajani is right there, Santi a little bit further back but not too far in P11. And we'll go back up and we'll look towards Math, because on this occasion he was only within 3/10 of Pesci and he was the closest driver on the run through to turn 1, but we're going to go back towards Hazer and potentially Connor as well, charging in towards turns 2 and 3 here. And let's see if Hazer's going to make the move. Well, he hangs back, but making a move is Connor. Down the inside goes the Ferrari. Connor has done a double overtake into turn 3. It's sensational stuff. Ferrari of Connor lead, and now medium, and Hazer going at it as well. Down the inside goes the AlphaTauri of Hazer. Side by side he comes with medium. Medium will stay ahead, but Connor leads in the Ferrari. What a splendid move from the Ferrari on a track where overtaking is king, speed is king. You need a downforce as well. Tabo dropping well down the field, but Connor, what a delivery, what a move, and he leads here at Austria on lap 6. Can he keep up the pace? You've got medium Hazer, Usamatch Pesci and Math still there alongside Link's Piece. That top 7 are exquisitely racing here as Math all over the wheel. Oh, into the wall! Hazer is out! It's unreal! Hazer is out of the Austrian Grand Prix. A potential title contender for Season 6. He will not be continuing here. Hazer out at Austria. And safety cars being called out. Wow. 7 laps of racing. Thank you for the follow to Hardy as well, or Haddy. However we wish to pronounce it. Apologies if I absolutely messed up your name. Hopefully it's not too bad though. But yeah, Hazer out. Somebody who you may not have expected that. How? Well, he just lost it on the exit of turn 10, I think. Just slipped out, maybe got onto the curb a bit too much. But Hazer out, and that'll be a shock, a concern to AlphaTauri. And now, hopefully, his teammate Rusted Bolt can pick up the pieces for some points. Could give those soft tyres an opportunity, you know, in the pits. I think Parkour has indeed pitted. Or has she? I mean, I would definitely pit if I'm Parkour. If she hasn't already, which she has. Okay. So both Parkour and Destroyer Jack did indeed pit. But yeah, Hazer out. Who would have thought that one? First DNF of the race is Hazer. And there was some great racing, you know, between Hazer, Medium, Connor as well. And into the pits goes Medium. He's on hard tyres. And he's going into the pits. He's going to be dropping down the field like mad. I mean, yes, don't get me wrong. Quite a few cars will pit. But how far down the field will Medium be? Will he be behind every driver who's onto the straight now? He's in a bit of trouble, you know. Where will Medium come out? Because he didn't change his wing. He's gone on to mediums. He's behind Coffee in P13. So he's obviously going for a potential medium to medium or a medium to soft run. Which, yes, is quicker in theory. But when you've got 12 drivers ahead of you, is it truly quicker? Is it genuinely that much faster? And these 12 drivers ahead of him, none of which are his teammate as well. So it's not like he's going to get a free overtake. Because his teammate Judge Santi, P17, also boxed for mediums. It's an interesting strategy this for medium. And this will be a strategy call which could win or lose him this race here at Austria. What are we thinking? Is that a smart move for medium, or is that a move that's going to cost him dearly? For me right now, the way I'm looking at it, I don't think that's the smartest of moves. Okay, it would have been smart if you got 10 other drivers who boxed that lap. Then yes, I would say, okay, maybe if he's P8, then I might say, okay, maybe he's gone for a smart move. But he's P13. That's far down the order, and when you're seeing he had the same sort of pace with the likes of Connor, Usamatch, Pesci. And obviously now, let's be realistic with things. They're all probably going to be running dry setups. So it's not like we're expecting people to be thinking about the wet setups that they may have had in the sprint. They're all probably on the dry setups now. So yeah, the fact that medium is down there in P13, I know he's on those fresh tyres, but how much of a difference will those fresh tyres make against those on 8-lap old tyres in the top 12? Well, the only way to figure that out is to wait and see. But medium will be keeping a keen eye on the Frenchman. I think he's French. I do believe so. But we'll see how he progresses through the field. I'm sure he will make some places up, don't get me wrong. And he may be able to get onto the back of the lead group, which obviously was your entire top 5 plus medium, and I believe there was one other driver. I can't figure out who the other driver was. Was it? It wasn't Bolt. He was behind that group. Oh, it was Hazer, obviously. Silly me. Okay, safety car is in this lap. The top 5 were your lead group, but now Rusted Bolt's in there as well. Tajani's there. Kennedy up there. Yours sincerely in the top 10. The 2 Mercedes. Again, 2 drivers to watch out for this season. Position changes are all there for you. Yours sincerely up 10 spots. Started down in P20. At the moment, he'll definitely be a contender for driver of the day, as will many around him. But here we go once more, and run through as Connor will be awaiting for the safety car to enter the pit lane, which is just about to do now. And Connor is making an early getaway. A little bit surprising, catching Usamach unawares is the Ferrari. So Connor, what a getaway he gets. Usamach now is going to have to try and keep Pesci, Mav, Lynx and Bolt all behind. And SC on the rundown into turn 1, and medium as well. We'll try and keep watch of him if we can. And now Pesci and Usamach are going to be battling each other, but Usamach lose a bit of time to Tajani, and Bolt now has lost places. Rusted Bolt lost 3 positions on the restart and make it 4. He's lost places down behind yours sincerely, and Bolt down to P10 as Pesci makes the move on Usamach and up into 2nd place. Medium has overtaken Coffee, and now medium into P12. Forza Ferrari saves Black Panther. And let's see if that will come to light, because they are currently P1 and P4. A superb race for the Ferrari team as things stand. Anything can happen though. Judge Santi and Tabo battling and looking for position. I think Santi's got it. Santi now in P16. We're just going to stick with the leaders, I think. Oh, no, we lied again. We're going down towards medium because he's making the overtake on Merck this time. Up into P11. But P11 is not where he wants to be. I know he's on the quicker strategy effectively now. And now he's going down. He is on a Bolt. What a move. Into turn 10. Through goes medium. And he's up into the top 10. And that will compromise the run out for Bolt. And now Coffee and Merck are there. Poem is up to P14 as he's overtaken Wizard. And Poem in P14 now. Can he catch up to the group ahead, which will be the likes of Merck, Coffee, Bolt, medium, who's now going for a move on Yours Sincerely round the outside into turn 3. Will Yours Sincerely stay ahead of medium? I think he will, as a Red Bull struggling in the form of ARC Mickey. Mickey will drop places. He will have Yours Sincerely there, but medium up into P8. Couple of laps after the safety car restart, and he is flying. And down the inside goes Mickey on Yours Sincerely. Side by side come the Tier 5, Tier 2 champion and a Tier 4, Tier 1 champion. And it's the Tier 2 champion of last season, Yours Sincerely, who gets the job done on ARC Mickey. Bolt now is approaching as well. Have made a mistake, and Coffee in the frame as well. Lots of battling, lots of racing here in Tier 1, as you'd expect to see. Closer than ever as Poem makes a move on Merck, up into P13 now. And we're going to go back in this battle. Our DRS has been enabled critically now for all the drivers. Coffee of a time penalty, which will not help him due to his tyre change penalty that he'll be getting at the end of the race. Yellow flags for Tabo, I believe it is, and it's a virtual safety car. Let's have a look what's happened here with Tabo. He's lost his entire front wing, and that again would have been on the exit of turn 10, which is where Hazer DNF'd. So he's obviously lost it into the wall exactly where Hazer lost it. Very fortunate that he did not DNF. Virtual safety car though. Will anybody make a pit stop? Well, I know one man who will. It will be Tabo. But anybody else thinking about a pit stop now? Because if you're on mediums, you can get to hards to the end. But that virtual safety car will not stay out for very long. But what are we thinking now? Because medium is up to P7. We've got a virtual safety car. Maybe now the strategy is starting to look really good. So the virtual safety are still out. I'm waiting for that to go in, and now it's in. So nobody's going to get a cheap pit stop. Tabo will be far behind because he is going to have to change his wing as well. He will almost be a lap down, I believe. That's not going to help the Williams cause. But into turn 1 again, Connor, Pesci, Usamac, Mav and Lynx. Your top 5 do have a gap back to medium. And now that top 5 have to work together. They just have to work together. Do not try silly moves, lads, or you're going to come under pressure from a very quick Has. Speaking of which, Wizard Rex has been in trouble because the McLaren is round at turn 1. And back on the way he goes, and moves being made. Judge Santi taking the place of Merck, going side by side now into the fray, and also Mickey and Poem both battling for the title last season, and side by side on the run down into turn 4. Lot of battling going on, and it looks like the Mercedes, the Red Bull, the Alpha Tauri Bolt, and the Aston Martin of Poem. Mickey loses out. He will lose out towards Poem. It was a 4-way battle, 5-way battle possibly as well, with Kennedy not far in front as well. Look at all these battles going on between multiple drivers here in Tier 1. It's incredible driving, as now Poem is ahead of Santi. But Santi is going to try and charge towards Poem if he can take a position here. He would love it. And now in P12, and let's just keep an eye on Judge Santi, but Mr. Poem now, defensive position being formed from Yours Sincerely in P10 currently, keeping the current champion behind. And Judge Santi not making a move down the inside, but making a move down the inside did seem to be a potential, maybe Destroyer Jack made it, as Mr. Poem now just take the place of Yours Sincerely, and up into the top 10 goes the reigning champion, and Bolt takes the place of Kennedy, and Bolt now up into the top 8, as action is going on throughout here in Tier 1. And Yours Sincerely is now well off the pack now. Poem is charging well clear. And up the lead of the race, Connor is ahead of Pesci. Side by side, they're going through and continuing the action here as Connor gets the move done before turn 6. Connor, the race leader. Pesci behind, as Medium now is right in the picture. He is caught up, and he is doing a superb job. They're losing so much time battling there. Indeed they did. Medium makes the move on Link's piece now, and Medium on the fresher tyres is into the top 5. What an effort from him. Having been down in I think it was P12, or P13 even. P13 it was, from Medium. And now down the inside goes Mav on Usamac, and through he goes, and this will allow for Medium to also take the place of Usamac. Medium up into the top 4. Next up for him will be a Ferrari, but Link's piece and Usamac will go together, and now going down the inside will be the Red Bull, and the Haas also thinking about a move, and now the Red Bull gets the move done. He will go through into P5, but will Medium overtake Mav, or he will come under pressure? Here comes Lynx, here comes Usamac. It will be a tussle into turn 4, and the Red Bull and the Haas going together, and the Haas staying ahead. Medium in P4, Lynx 5th, Usamac in P6. Again, quality racing here as Merck and Yours Sincerely go at it for P12. And has Yours Sincerely got the job done? I think he does. Merck on the hard compound tyre, not fighting it much. Parkour just behind on softs. But Merck just losing that battle again on the harder compound tyre. But through goes Yours Sincerely and up into the top 12. What about Drac now? Chasing down Kennedy. Pit stops being made for Lynx and Usamac. And here comes a chance now for Destroyer Drac, as he got a chance into turn 1. Is there a chance for him? Let's see. Going down, he will go for this move into turn 1. And now down the inside, he sends it on Kennedy. And through goes Destroyer Drac into 6th place. Kennedy will have a run out, but certainly one man who will be Judge Santi. You've also got Mr. Poem. This will be a 4-way battle into turn 3. Who will be ahead? It will just about be Judge Santi, it seems. And Destroyer Drac's there as well in the lead of this race battle. But now Poem enters the fray, and Poem streaks through Kennedy. Poem streaks through Santi. Winning streak beyond Drac as well. He takes 2 cars, and late braking. It's incredibly late braking there from, who was it? Was it Drac or Santi? Who was that? Kennedy maybe. Well, he's losing places now to Drac and Poem. I don't know. Was it Kennedy who done the late braking there? Well, either way, he's given the places back, so I do presume it's him. But pit stops have been made now. As Yorson City taking the inside line because Merck has gone for the overtake for Yorson City into the pits now. So never mind on that one. Again, frantic action going on here all the way around. We're going to hope these Deltas sort themselves out with cars in the pit lane as well. And go towards Mr. Poem now. Actually, no, we won't. I'll tell a lie because I'm going to have to go to the race leaders here. With Connor, Pesci and Medium. Look at the gap. Oh! ARC Mickey disqualified. Whoa! Whoa, 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 whoa. Mickey disqualified. He is out at Austria. Unbelievable. You normally have that in qualifying. You do not have that in the race. But Mickey is out. He's a Tier 1 champion. He's a Tier 2 champion. And he cannot hack the pit lane at Austria. Oh, that's gutting for him. But ARC, Mickey and Hazer, two drivers that you may think could be battling for titles or anything like that. But they are both out. And it is Red Bull and AlphaTauri who are not in a confident position here. In goes Pesci then. And again, these drivers are just trying to keep pace with the likes of Medium and Connor. Which they can do, but Medium on these far fresher tyres. He could do medium to medium now. Whereas, as you can see, the other drivers, they're going to have to go for hards, realistically. Unless Connor holds out to go softs maybe, or hopes for a safety car. As you can see there, Medium now does overtake Connor. The only issue is for Connor. With him being on 7 lap holder tyres, I don't think he's going to make an overtake into turn 4 as well. Or will he? He's going down the inside! And Medium just about adjusted his car neatly to give a little bit of space towards the Ferrari there. He needed it, Connor, because that was a late move to go for the overtake. But he's not gone for it, and as a result, he will start to lose a little bit of time now. All the way through into the corners, into our sectors 2 and 3. How far behind will he be? Will he get DRS into turn 1? I think he will be just about. Yeah, he's 8.5, 9/10 of a second behind. He needs to stay within a second, or he will be in some trouble. He just needs to keep pace with Medium. Yellow flags. What has happened? It's for Poem! I believe it's for Poem, and now Usamach comes up through on him. Our Poem has struggled now down in P13, and he is not looking too jappy at the moment. Yeah, down in P13 he's got Usamach, and I'm sure Usamach will feel like he could blast past if he can on the fresher tyres, of course. I know one place he will charge through. That will be on the run through into 2 and 3. Poem trying to fight it, but Usamach will go through, and Usamach now up into P13. That should be job done for the Alfa Romeo on the 8-lap fresher tyres, on the hards as well. So that should help the Alfa Romeo's course, but he's a long way off those who he was trying to battle with earlier. And speaking of which, Merck and Kennedy coming through now, and Kennedy is going to try and get back ahead of Merck if he can. Got to say, Parkour doing well, 12 laps on those soft tyres, and keeping them on the track. Superb effort from the former Red Bull driver. Of course, currently in the Aston Martin, ARC Mickey leaving the session. What are batteries like? We normally try and keep those secretive. The reason why is I prefer to see the actual racing rather than thinking, oh, that driver's got full battery, that driver's got no battery. Then it's obvious who's going to make the move, isn't it? So try and keep that a little bit secretive. But when you see the red lights flashing at times, then it becomes very obvious. And also, you can check what the batteries are like. When I go on this view, for example, you can see where the battery is. So yeah, I don't always go on that view though. But yeah, I'll try and keep the batteries a little bit more on the secret side of things, just to be fair, and to also have a better stream, I think. Right, let's keep at it and see here with Link's piece, of course. These group of drivers, Pesci, Mav, Links, Tajani, and now F1 Connor, have all boxed Connors on the fresher tyres. Interesting that Tajani is now in this battle as well, but again, he's got the oldest tyres of all 5 drivers. Usamach has lost a lot of ground. 4 laps on his hards, and is 4 seconds behind Connor, who's on fresh hards. Not what Usamach would be wanting, because he was up there earlier in this race. So we're still going to have to wait for the likes of Medium, for Judge Santi, Destroyer Drac. They're all going to box at some point. But how long will they wait for that initial pit stop here? As coming through now, Pesci and Merck. And Pesci has got the move done. Merck will not be able to fight that one on the run down into turn 1. And now will be a chance for the Ferrari. Mav making the overtake, and he will make the overtake stick on the Williams, and through he goes. The Ferrari now up into the top 5. And obviously he has a time penalty as well, which we'll just double check it. It will be 3 seconds, as is Merck. They've all got 3 seconds penalties, in fact. So no need to worry too much on the penalty situation. It's all 3 seconds for anybody with any form of penalty. Right, we'll keep with this little battle. Shall we drop it down towards Link's piece maybe? Actually, no. We'll go up towards Pesci because he has got Destroyer Drac now. And we'll see when the McLaren will make this move stick. Lap 21 we're currently on. Just making it lap 22 because Medium is starting his next lap. And here we go with Pesci. Mav right there as well. Merck and Tajani have got Links ahead. And now Squirmy. Oh, it's a little bit of contact. Nothing too major. But it was Squirmy racing there for Drac. And now Pesci will make a move into turn 1. And the Ferrari will follow him. Mav will make the overtake on Drac. A great move from the Ferrari there. And it's got the overtake on Drac. And it will give Mav an opportunity potentially on the rundown into turn 4. If he could stick at it. I don't think Drac's going to go for the re-overtake on the Ferrari. So here's a chance and for Mav. But again, he's quite far back, you know. Far back on Pesci. I don't think he's going to have a chance of making an overtake. And don't forget, these guys are all in a DRS train, which will just make it that much more challenging for Medium once he catches up, but he will be on much fresher tyres. So watch out for Medium when he makes that pit stop, because he will be the one driver. And now we've got Judge Santi, we've got Pesci here we go, and Pesci wants to be up into second place. Medium going for another lap on those mediums. He may go soft to the end, you know. That could be the situation for the Haas. But here is Pesci. I'm sure he will run it through and he will try to overtake on the run down to turn 1. And Pesci, your net race leader, is now ahead of Santi. And I'll see what Math can do as well. On the exit of turn 1, he will fly round and beyond and overtake the Haas driver. And almost making contact on the straight there, but I think Mav has got the job done. He overtakes Santi with a plum into turn 3, and now Pesci and Mav into second and third. Santi adrift now. Of course, he will surely have to pit again, or as loads behind him in the form of Tajani, Connor and Links do not have to box again. Go on board and just check on Links, but I think Connor will be he'll be the man to watch in this group at the moment. He doesn't want to be behind the likes of Santi and Tajani for too long. He will need Tajani to overtake Santi ASAP. But can he do it? With Connor all over him. With Connor all over him. On the run through. Into turn 9. It's an audacious move. Connor has overtaken Tajani into turn 9. What a move from the Ferrari. He's into the top 5. And he's got DRS to boot. And next up will be Judge Santi on much older tyres. What a move from the Ferrari. And now, on a run through into turns 2 and 3, here will come the Ferrari, side by side with Judge Santi. After that exquisite move into turn 9, Connor up into the top 4. Brilliant racing now, and he will try and close that gap towards Pesci and Mav, who will try and keep with each other if they can. But here comes Mav for the overtake, with his time penalty as well, don't forget. But he makes the overtake on Pesci's stick. Is Pesci on course to win here at Austria? That is your crucial question now. But it's Medium waiting for a potential safety car. Or will he box? Well, he's not boxing. He's going again for lap 25. He will definitely go soft to the end now. There is no doubt about it. As Mav and Pesci are sticking with each other. And further down, Links does take Judge Santi. And Santi's tyres are certainly losing the will to live here. And into the pits goes the Haas driver. Not wanting to continue, and I'm sure he will go for soft tyres as well. Just dropping it further down, having a little watch of coffee. He's trying to chase down Yours Sincerely at this moment in time, the two former Tier 2s. And they've got Kennedy just ahead to another Tier 2 runner off last season. All running together as Pesci back ahead of Mav into second. Bolt ahead of Santi because Santi's in the pits for those soft tyres. But now these guys are going at it. The two Mercedes are in this battle with Mr. Poem now being overtaken by Kennedy. And Kennedy up into P11. Poem may still need to pit for soft tyres as well. So the Aston Martin is not in a healthy situation. Back up the field towards Link's piece. He's got the job done on Tajani. And is it going to stay? Is he going to stick? Or will there be an opportunity for the Alpine to fight it back? And further up the field as well, Pesci is ahead of Mav and into second place. Mav now is just trying to stick with Pesci if he can. Into the pits goes your race leader, Medium. Where will he come out then? He's going to get rid of his mediums. He's going for a soft compound tyre to the end. He's got 10 laps to go. Will Medium win here at Austria? Where will he come out of the pit lane? I think he'll come out potentially behind the Red Bull and the Alpine, who are coming out of the final corner. Well, turn 1 now. And yep, indeed he did. So maybe if he pitted a lap earlier, he could have been ahead of both Lynx and Tajani. But either way, you could argue now that Medium is in a very strong position. As down the inside goes Tajani on Lynx. Bit of contact, which Medium will spot, and he will recognise this as well. Further down the field, I see Judge Santi and Yorson Seeley are going at it now on the run down into turn 3. And Yorson Seeley thinking about the move down the inside. Judge Santi on those soft tyres is in P13, and back up will go. We'll go towards Medium, because this is the man we need to watch now. With 10 laps to go, as Mr. P can rejoin off us. He's left the session. AI has pitted for him, but down the inside will go Medium. And Lynx Piece is deciding he does not want to fight that one. And Medium up into 5th place now. Medium is going to be quick on those soft tyres. He may be about to win this race. He won the sprint, don't forget. He got pole as well in quali. Will it be a debut Grand Slam for Medium in Tier 1? Because now he's got the move done, job done on the Flying Dutchman of Tajani, and Medium is up into the top 4. Issue now for him, as there was a ghosted car. I'm not sure, was that Mr. Poem? What's happened here then? Mr. Poem's car is ghosted. It's glitched completely. I have never seen that before. What on earth is that? EA, sort your game out, man. Like, what even is that? Jesus Christ, EA, honestly, what is going on with it? So is he... So he's not in the race. Okay, that's fine to say. I don't know if he retired in the pit lane or not. Okay, either way, we'll try and ignore that. We'll try and stick with this, because the 2 Ferraris are on the rear of Pesci, and here we go. And Medium is in the background there, chasing them down on the soft compound tyre. Surely these hard runners will be no match for Medium, but they need to work together, particularly those 2 Ferraris. Connor and Mav, and through goes Connor on the inside of Pesci, and through goes the Ferrari, and Mav will make his stick as well, will he? They're going together on the run into turn 4. It's audacious, and through goes Mav. Mav is your race leader. Connor will follow them in P2, and Pesci's there in P3. Incredible racing between them, and through goes the 2 Ferraris, and they are 1 and 2 at Austria. But again, watch out for this man. Medium is on soft compound tyres. He's 3 seconds behind now. So he is the one that they will be watching out for. Again, they probably do need to work together here. So we're starting on lap 29 of 36. And these final 7 laps will be tasteful here, as Connor and Mav going at it again. Connor goes for the move, and he makes the move stick on this occasion, and he's back into the race lead on the rundown now into turns 2 and 3, and there will be a chance now for Mav to re-overtake. They don't want to be fighting into corners, and that's why Mav has lifted off. As Parkour is out, that's in the pit lane. So the 2 Aston Martins don't seem like they're not going to get any points, as Mr. Poem's car is still doing the jostling. And that is into turn 3, by the way. So there you go. Watch out for your braking points into turns 2 and 3. Again, EA, sort your game out. Right. Medium has gained about a second in the last lap as well, by the way. So he will be on the rear of these top 3 within a couple of laps. But how long will it take for him to overtake all 3 of those drivers? I mean, at this moment in time, you could argue Pesci is almost like a rear gunner for the Ferraris. Mav is probably not going to end up on the podium because he's got that 3-second penalty. So maybe he's one to not think about too much. But you're certainly looking at Connor, you're looking at Pesci. And then you're definitely looking at Medium, who is looking good on those soft tyres. What's the fastest lap at the moment? Currently it is Merck, 105.943. So very quick fastest lap. I'm guessing Merck was probably using his battery for that lap as well. But there you go, Merck has got the quickest lap on the board at the moment. That's Wizard with a 3-second time penalty now in the McLaren. His favourite car, of course, because he gets it every season in UFRL, it seems. Back towards these guys. I'm thinking about going towards potentially Link's Peace, who is battling away with Tajani. But we're just going to stick right now with Connor, Mav and Pesci. And let's see if any moves can be made here. Because again, Medium 1.5 seconds behind. Continuing to close the field now is Medium. We're going to start lap 31. There will be 5 laps of racing remaining here at Austria. It's Connor, Mav, Pesci and Medium who will come home with the maximum points here from the Austrian race. Who will take it? Medium again. He won the sprint. He took pole in qualifying. Will he complete the Grand Slam with victory in the race? But again, that's Pesci. Just thinking about that move on Mav there. Every single time we're going to run down to turn 3, we're going to see Mr. Poem's car still there. And that delta, by the way, to Mr. Poem is staying at 10.643 seconds. And now Link's Peace as well. He's close on the rear to Tajani. I thought for a moment he'd go for it. But he's hanging out in there and staying in P6. Tajani just staying in the top 5. And Bolt now takes the place of Judge Santi and is up into the top 8. But again, he has a time penalty. And side by side they go. And Bolt and Santi is just ahead. Santi on the soft tyres as well, don't forget. He's now up into 8th place. And next up for him will be Usamach. Is Usamach too far ahead at almost 8 seconds? Maybe so. Medium almost. He's almost within a second. He's getting closer. He is absolutely getting closer towards your top 3 drivers. Oh, I've just seen something though, ladies and gentlemen. Have a look at the steering wheel of Medium. He has not got much battery left. He has not got any battery left, in fact. All of these 3 drivers are not looking too bad. Oh, that's Mav with an error. Pesci now will come side by side with Mav. And that would allow Connor to have a breakaway. But Mav has just held on. And that means Medium now is in 4th place and is within 1 second. On the soft tyres, which, okay, maybe lap 36. Maybe they won't feel too great compared to hards. As Connor now picks up a 3-second penalty. Oh, Connor. So now, is it down to 2 drivers and 2 drivers only? Pesci and Medium for the win. It's unbelievable because the 2 Ferraris have got time penalties. They have just ended their race winning hopes here at Austria. Unbelievable racing here. It's been very frantic, but it's been incredible as Connor's off track. Unbelievable. A series of corners from Connor has gone from triumph to devastation here for the Ferrari. And through goes Pesci on Mav. Unbelievable racing here in Tier 1. Mav will keep at it. He will keep at it in a slipstream of Pesci. And he will go for the overtake again into turn 4. But Pesci rounding off on the outside and stays in your race lead. Medium again is still not in 1 second range. He's not got a DRS yet. Pesci has got a genuine chance to win this race here at Austria after missing out on a Tier 1 title at Mexico in absolutely gutting fashion for him, with Mr. Poem taking the race win on that day. But Pesci could come home, recover and win here at Austria. He's got Mav for company, he's got more importantly Medium for company, and Medium now is within a second. Or is he? Does he have DRS? We're just going to watch his car. Does he have DRS? No, he does not. He has not got DRS, but he's going to push again on the rundown into turn 3. Mav not going for a move. Medium again. He's not got DRS once again. What is going on the Medium on those soft tyres? Has he burnt himself out? Should he have gone for mediums? I think mediums may have been the way to go. Mav, though, makes a move on Pesci. That will not help Pesci here. Mav in the race lead with a 3-second time penalty. This will get interesting. We're getting close. We've got just under 2.5 laps of racing remaining here at Austria. Who will take the win? Mav, Pesci, Medium, Connor, all going for it. And who will take the full 23 points here on offer in your main race? We're coming through, starting the penultimate lap of the Grand Prix now. It's Ferrari v McLaren v Haas. And who will take the win? Down into turn 1 now. Pesci stays behind Mav, but now Medium is within DRS range. And here we go, on the run down into turns 2 and 3. Will Pesci finally get the move done? And job done on the Ferrari. Oh yes, he will. Through goes Pesci, and he leads into turn 3. Now Mav is the only man splitting Pesci and Medium. Now let's just keep an eye on Medium here, but let's keep an eye more importantly on Mav, who's going to go for it again. He's going to go for it again. He is now leading into turn 4. It's Mav from Pesci from Medium. Medium has made a mistake. He's made a mistake. It's a massive mistake from Medium, because Connor is all over his rear, and Pesci now has just over 1 lap to seal victory here at Austria. And here we go again on the rundown into turns 9 and 10. Parkour retiring and has left the session now. But let's see. And now on the exit of turn 10, final lap of the race. Here we go. Pesci is on course for the win. Medium is on course for second. The two Ferraris should still hang out for a top 4 finish, which will be an incredible event for them. But here we go, Pesci now, he does not even need to overtake, but I'm sure he'll want to win on track. As Connor also making a move now on Medium. It's unbelievable. And Connor, as ahead of Medium, Pesci stays behind Mav. But now, I'm certain Pesci will go for this move for the race lead. And here we go on the lead up now, on the run through, it's a turn 4, he will go round the outside, side by side, the Ferrari and the McLaren. Don't lose it here, Pesci, don't lose it here, you don't need to risk too much. For me, if I'm him, I'm just saying I'm sitting behind him. Do not risk an overtake too badly, Pesci, do not end this race for yourself. And now, Connor and Medium are going at it once more, but in this very eventful Grand Prix, it's been frantic, it's been exciting, it's been superb, and your race winner on the XL turns 9 and 10, coming through, Pesci wins the Austrian Grand Prix. What a drive from the McLaren driver, and Medium takes second. Mav and Connor secure a double Ferrari top 4 finish. Incredible racing, links P5 to Gianni P6. Gianni just losing out to the Red Bull there. Osamat will take P7. Judge Santi will come over the line here. Bolt, and also look how close that was there. Merck ahead of Coffee. I think Coffee got a penalty though, did he? No! Look how close it is. It's 9,000 of a second between Merck ahead of Coffee. And don't forget, Coffee will get a penalty at the end of the race for starting on the incorrect tyre. Kennedy and Yorton City is a Mercedes P12, P13. Wizard P14, Drac P15. Tabo will take P16, I think, and that is a lat. What a frantic race that has been. Wow, absolutely brilliant. Much better than the sprint, I must admit. There you go. Superb stuff from all these drivers here. Great racing throughout. And congratulations to Pesci. Recovering from all the drama of last season to take victory here tonight is exactly what he needed if he wants to win the title. Oh, Ferrari is back, says Black Panther. Indeed, double top four. But the issue is, it could have been at least a double podium for them. Definitely a W race, yeah. Brilliant race, Pucci. Thank you for the raid, yours sincerely. Obviously down in P13, but still done well. Started at the back, so P20 to P13, still a solid drive. And you and your teammate also both taking points, which is important as well. Good evening to Bad Boy as well, and obviously good evening to all of those raiders from yours sincerely. The race tonight, I'd recommend giving it a rewatch if I'm being completely honest, because that race was something else. That was absolutely brilliant here in Tier 1. Those front runners all battling each other hard, but fair as well. And as you can see, yeah, really exciting race, and definitely keen to see how the rest of Tier 1 goes this season, especially at the front of the field. Right, so what I'm going to say then, I'm going to do a raid myself. Obviously, I know that you guys have just joined, but we have had a full race, the sprint, the qualifying as well. I will just go, actually, before that, I will give you all an update of what's going on for the rest of this week. So Tier 2, which I know you guys will know, yours sincerely was there last season, having taken that championship. But Tier 2 will be back tomorrow night, and we will be heading to Zandvoort at the Netherlands. So watch out for that one, 8 o'clock PM, and that hopefully will be full qualifying. Fingers crossed. Tier 3, let's have a little look. You're probably thinking, oh, you should know this. You're the one who's done pretty much the tracks. But I don't remember them all. There's so many to remember. Right, race calendar. Tier 3 will be at Bahrain, and that'll be Wednesday, 8 o'clock. But again, Tier 3 has full 20 drivers this season. So hopefully we can see full qualifying at times there as well. And then Friday night, the 100% tier kickstarts also at Bahrain. And then it will be the international tier on Saturday, 10 o'clock PM, and it will be at Spa. And what a race that could be. It will be a sprint as well. So the similar format to what we've done tonight will be short qualifying, sprint, and the race. Right, let's go. And next week in Tier 1, we will be heading to Abu Dhabi. Again, that should be an exciting race. Plenty of overtaking opportunities as well. And thank you for the raid also to Pesci. Great win for you. Fantastic to see you back on top of the podium, where you probably will feel like you should be. Oh, you finally got your wheel back. That's great, Bad Boy. I wonder if you're going to be back to racing then. Obviously, you'll be fully aware we've got a full grid now in Tier 1. So, I mean, if you want to get back, the best chance for you realistically right now would probably be like the 100% tier. You know, just being realistic. Apart from that, I mean, Tier 1 we probably won't have drivers for a bit of time at least. Unless someone leaves, obviously. And then the international tier is packed out. Because there's like, there's a full 20, and then we've got about 6 or 7 reserves as well. So, right now, we're pretty packed out in UFRL, I'm not going to lie. Unless you want to drive in Tier 2, but obviously you're too quick for Tier 2, so yeah. But anyway, thank you for watching tonight's race. And for tomorrow night, we'll be back in Tier 2 for Zandvoort, the return, of course, of Tier 2. And then next week, we'll be back next Monday, 8 o'clock PM at Abu Dhabi. I'll be there again. But thank you for watching. Brilliant racing. And I will be sorting out a raid. Now let's see who is online. That's the first question. Yeah, good night indeed. Wait, the Discord link is expired. I can send it in there. 2 secs. I'm not even going to try to pronounce that name. Is it Bjordi? Something like that, I know. Is it a silent J, I feel like. Right, let's see if I can get the link sorted. Normally there's a copy link somewhere. There you go, invite. Copy link. Oh, they just call you Geordie. Okay, that makes sense, I suppose. But there you go, there's the link if you want to join it. But yeah, thank you for the race tonight, guys. Really good racing. Thank you for keeping in touch in the comment section, of course. I will read them out as I normally do. And now let's see who we get to raid then. Got JB. Obviously, yours sincerely is still showing up still live for me. Is he still live? No, he's okay. He's not okay. It just wasn't updated. He's actually playing pro clubs. Okay. Well, let's have a look at F123, who is actually racing at the moment. People who we don't normally go with, I think, is what we're going to try and do. But obviously they've got to be, again, they've got to be English speaking, because yeah. Just so everyone can understand what they're saying, I suppose. And again, there's not too many, I don't really see many people. I might just go, shall I just go with that guy? Yeah, no worries. No worries, Geordie. There you go. No worries, Geordie. So we got Berserk. I mean, I suppose, I don't know if you're sincerely still watching. I know Berserk sometimes speaks to him. It says the invites are paused. Oh! I think I know why. Because Destroyer Drac, where he paused invites, I believe, earlier. Because there was a message that went out. Hang on. Where is it? Admin chat. Yeah, something in the security actions, so we paused invites apparently, okay. Oh, there you go. Should be done now, so you should now be able to join, Geordie. That's okay, no worries. Obviously, if you can get into the server, it's brilliant. He done it very quickly, I'm not going to lie. It took about 2 seconds after I asked. I don't know if Jack's watching this or not, because that was quick. Crikey. Right. Yeah, wicked. You're in the server. I will just let you know, you're in the Fresh Meat server, but that's not the entire server. What you have to do, you have to pass the trials, and then you'll be able to get into the server itself. So, you know, so if you're thinking, oh, there's only a few channels in there, I can promise you there's many, many more. Yeah, there you go. Thank you, Drac. Yep, indeed. Welcome aboard, Beauty. But yeah, I'm sure we'll be doing trials at probably some point over the next couple of weeks, obviously. I don't know what your exact pace is. I know, like, somebody like yours sincerely will probably know. Oh, you're not planning to race. Okay. You just wanted to join for the vibes, right? Okay, no worries. That's cool. Right. Anyways, yeah, let's try and sort out a raid, but I'm not sure who to raid. That's a good question. Who have we got then? Who is currently alive? There's not really any options, to be fair. Not options that I know of. You know what? I think I'll just end the stream normally. However, again, no, thank you for watching tonight, guys. Really appreciate it. Really happy that you guys got in the comment section as well. Kept me up to date, obviously, with stuff like the weather at times. It was nice, but yeah, just nice chatting to you all. Hopefully, you all enjoyed the race, and obviously, if you raced in the race, give it a watch back because it was quite enthralling at times. Yeah, I'm going to end the stream there. Thank you for watching, and good night.